Thank you very much. Mr. Supervisor, my colleagues on the town board, and my fellow Ramapo residents. For the third time in less than 2 years, I have taken the oath of office to serve as your town councilman. I've been appointed by my colleagues, elected by my constituents, and re-elected by the voters of this town. And tonight, I take the oath of office with both a faith in Ramapo and the faith of Ramapo. And there are a lot of people I have to thank for helping get me here tonight. I want to thank my family, who made me believe that with hard work, anything can be achieved, and who supported me all along the way, even though I know that sometimes their preference may have been for a married son over an elected one. One day soon, Mom, one day soon. I want to thank Supervisor St. Lawrence and the town board for supporting me, not once or even twice, but 3 times from my appointment through this last election. Of course, I want to thank all those who stood with me, who fought with me and for me during these last 2 campaigns. And finally, I want to thank Judge David Fried for swearing me in tonight, but not only for swearing me in tonight and last year as well, but for being such a great sport about no longer being the youngest elected official in Rockland County. Now, since I first took office, I've made it cutting the cost and size of our government for the benefit of taxpayers my top priority. And though this town board has passed legislation saving hundreds of thousands of dollars already, that work will continue in earnest throughout my new term. Many of my proposals have revolved around saving money through better energy policies in our town. After a year of work to obtain the lowest rates of energy to power the over 24 municipal facilities that we operate, just 2 months ago, this town signed a contract with a new supplier for gas and electric energy that is saving taxpayers over $130,000 a year. This town has also begun the process of moving its municipal fleet into the 21st century by replacing depleted vehicles with hybrid vehicles. Now, last year when I was sworn in, I promised to advocate for this change on the town board. And I was able to take advantage of state incentives for local governments that purchase hybrid vehicles, saving thousands of dollars up front. Now, hybrid vehicles save over $15,000 over the lifetime of the vehicle, and each hybrid prevents 5 to 10 tons of carbon dioxide emissions every year. In 2011, we began this ambitious program by purchasing several hybrid vehicles. And because of that, Ramapo is now one of the only municipalities in the nation whose chief executive and chief of police both utilize official vehicles that value our environment, and that is something we can all be proud of. This year, with the support of my fellow board members, I will continue to have our town government go green and save green. Tonight, we just heard from the supervisor about a new program. I am going to be working with our Director of Purchasing, Mona Montal, and Lee Durario, who has been a solid partner in our town programs, on a new $2 million project. We will be performing a town-wide energy audit, and we will perform upgrades, large and small, to achieve the greatest maximum savings for our town residents. Now, tonight alone, this town board will pass a proposal that I have made to purchase a new system known as Powergy, a piece of technology that will utilize the flow of electricity in the most efficient way possible, reducing our energy use by 12%, saving over $70,000 a year. Now, all of these programs, from expanding our hybrid vehicle program to purchasing new technologies, will all combine for a total goal that I have set for all of our green programs, the total savings of over $1 million every year forever. Now, these programs will demonstrate that government can serve as a guiding example of how things can go incredibly right, and show our residents that they too can go green and save green. Now, in 2011, FBI crime statistics ranked Ramapo as the 4th safest town in America. Now I believe that we can be the safest town in America once again, and all of us are committed to strengthening our department and making that so. Now, you know, when those statistics came out, a reporter asked me, why do you think it is that Ramapo is such a safe town? And I said, well, that's easy. we have the greatest police department, and we have the greatest residents. And that's why I'm going to live here forever. And the reporter said, I'm not done. And the reporter said, well, I thought it was because we had the greatest councilman. Now, I said, you know what? What? You know what? Why don't you forget what I said and print what you said? And I actually later regretted that when I read a huge article on how great Councilman Withers was. Now, having the safest town means having the best tools in our law enforcement arsenal. Now, last year, this town board approved a proposal to purchase a total station for our police department, a much-needed tool that assists with investigations in car accidents and has already resulted in greater precision and results in our detective bureau. This technology has resulted in thousands of dollars of savings for taxpayers because of a reduction in the amount of detective overtime needed to resolve investigations. I want to thank Councilman Withers, a former police officer, for working with me on this issue, as well as our Chief and Detective Lieutenant Emma, and Supervisor St. Lawrence and Councilman Ullman, who both supported it and believed in its capacity and its possibility and supported it on this town board. I've always said that the thing I would be most proud of during my tenure in office would be the achievement of real government reform through consolidation. For a year and a half, I've worked on consolidation efforts in our town, working with emergency responders and fire commissioners to formulate a plan that would consolidate several fire districts in the town of Ramapo, creating a more efficient system of fire protection and saving taxpayers 28 to 73% on their fire taxes. It is a plan that the state legislative leaders who wrote the consolidation law said would be a model for local governments across the state. Now, along the way, this town board has always supported these efforts. And last May, we passed a resolution stating that we were ready to begin the process by holding a public hearing immediately. Now, this consolidation plan requires the approval of both the Spring Valley and Ramapo boards, and both boards need to come together to schedule a public hearing. We need to have a hearing and approve this plan so that we can finally reform government as Governor Andrew Cuomo wants us to, by eliminating unnecessary governments once and for all. So tonight, I'm asking once again for both of our governments to come together to do the right thing for taxpayers. Let's have this hearing, let's pass this plan, and let's start saving taxpayers some real money. The greatest part of our town is the diversity of its people. And one of the greatest communities that we have in our town is the Haitian American community. Come on, yes, we are. Come on, even the supervisor can respond to that.
Come on, yeah.
A year ago, I announced a plan that would create a twinning group in our town to celebrate the great ties that we have between Ramapo and Haiti. And tonight, on the eve of the second anniversary of the devastating earthquakes that shook Haiti and the world, I am proud to announce that this new twinning organization has been formed. I want to thank Supervisor St. Lawrence, who has been such a great advocate for the Haitian people here at home and even in Haiti, where he serves as the director of the Haiti Solid Waste Authority. Supervisor St. Lawrence has been supportive of this initiative from its inception and has helped to create it. Tonight, I will be proposing legislation that will be approved by the town board to create this new twinning organization. This group will select a city in Haiti that we will twin with, organize a cultural celebration in town hall, and arrange for trips to Haiti so that we can strengthen the ties we have with that nation. L'union fait la force, men Ramapo ak Haiti yo sepi fo ensemble. United we are strong, but Haiti and Ramapo are strongest together. So much has been done, and so much more remains to be done. And when I think of the work of this town, I think of how our town has changed from a few hundred people in 1791 to what it is today. And every now and then I'll look at the flag of our town with that year on it and remind myself of that. On the flag of our town and on our seal is the image of the Ramapo Mountains with the sun above it. Now that sun is similar to the image of another sun, the one in the back of the chair of the President of the Constitutional Convention over 200 years ago. When Benjamin Franklin was about to sign the Constitution, he pointed at that image, at that sun, and he said, "I've long looked at that picture behind the President, without ever being able to tell whether it was a rising or a setting sun. And now at length I have the happiness to know that it is indeed a rising and not a setting sun. So let it be with us. While the town of Ramapo continues to succeed in so many ways, like all other towns in America, we too have been affected by the Great Recession. So many in our town have lost their jobs. And perhaps worse, so many have lost hope for a brighter future. We are a strong town with a resilient people. And in our past, we have weathered challenges great and small. When war came, our residents rose to fight. And from our town, lives were sacrificed in every great theater of battle, from the American Revolution to the war in Iraq. Through economic crises and personal losses, from national calamities to local tragedies, Ramapo has always risen and is always leading. And every day, we need only look at the flag of our town to remind ourselves that no matter the challenges that pave the road before us, as residents or as a town, above our town of Ramapo, the sun always rises. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless Ramapo. Thank you.